Excuse me. Would you sponsor me for the club?
If you're really Robert Overman, I'll sponsor you. But I don't want to visit the club. I'll call the manager from my apartment. Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Is she talking to us or the dog?
Oh, come to Mummy, Spunky.
Okay, we're going to go straight up there, but before I do, I'd just like to give my eternal thanks to Abstract Napper, who has been a massive help in getting this game to run with working volume sliders. And apologies for my thick-headedness, but we are here now, thankfully. Anyway, let's continue on with the game.
Hello. Who is this?
Security, open up.
Mrs. Piermont is not at home. Mrs. Piermont is not at home. Hello. Who is this?
It's the dog warden.
What are you talking about?
I've had complaints about your dog. He's a health risk, madam.
I'm not opening the door, so go away. Hello. Who is this?
Your pizza, madam.
What kind of pizza?
Quattro formaggi, with olives and chilies.
My favorite. But I'm on a diet. Hello. Who is this?
It's me, Robert.
Come right in, Rob. I've been scared silly by cranky visitors.
Welcome to my humble little home, Robert. You know, I remember you as a baby, Robert.
I've grown a bit since then.
I'm sure you have. You must have so many questions to ask me.
Yes, I have.
Is she wearing a negligee? And it's a very see-through negligee. That makes that line about knowing him as a baby even more creepier. Anyway, she has knowledge for us, so we can't be too picky at the moment.
What was the professor working on?
Didn't I tell you? Helmut was the designer of Link. It was his dream, but he died before it was realized. Your father became the project leader.
So my dad was responsible for Link?
Yes, he stepped into Helmut's shoes. Link reached completion on the very day you were born. From then on, Richard changed. He spent more time with Link than he did with his wife and baby.
Why did my mother try to escape?
But she did her best to cope. But she wasn't the same after Richard's rejection. The authorities never approved of her marriage either, because she came from Hobart. Eventually, she decided to return home.
So the bastards had her killed.
You're overwrought, Robert. Would you like some paracetamol?
I don't want analgesic. I want answers. Is my father still alive?
I've not seen him since my husband's funeral. What a magnificent occasion. I wish I could have stayed until the end.
You walked out of your husband's funeral?
I had no choice. Poor Spunky hates cathedrals. All that incense and droning makes him bilious. No sooner had I got him outside than up came his breakfast.
It's a good thing he didn't chuck in church.
Don't interrupt, darling. Well, when I got back, they were all gone. Congregation, choir, coffin and all.
Why didn't you want to visit the club?
The memories are too painful.
Did you go there with the professor?
Yes, we met in a club. Oh, he was a handsome young graduate. And I was a flower in my first bloom. He plucked me from the garden of innocence.
I see what you mean. The memories are painful. Are you gonna sponsor me now?
If that's what you want. I'll telephone the manager and make the arrangements. This won't take a moment. Is that Mr. Coulston? Danielle Piermont here. I have a friend I wish to sponsor.
I like Mrs. Piermont. I almost thought I was speaking over her then. I like her, but not that much.
It's full of biscuits and dog drool. If I pick up the bowl, the contents will slop all over my hands. Little crunchy doggy snacks. That dog doesn't want to share his biscuits. Now that looks comfortable. I'd better not sit. She might take advantage of me.
Well, we all have to make sacrifices sometimes.
It's an ancient Greek statue, made of fiberglass. Nothing I could use that statue for. These big wall screens certainly are popular. It's another of those easy-to-program machines, which select the record time and channel at random. None of the buttons do what you'd expect them to.
Okay, so it seems like we need these dog biscuits, and we do have a Pussies on Parade video.
Excuse me.
Okay, there isn't anything further that we can do here. Let's leave them to it.
Excuse me.
Hello, Mr. Overman.
How did you know my name?
You're a member now, sir? It's my business to know all our members.
Can I go in now?
Certainly. But you're in for a disappointment.
How come?
It looks smart with the lights turned low, but in daylight, it's a flipping toilet.
Never mind.
It certainly looks cozy enough. Oh, now friend Gallagher is here.
Never mind.
There are greasy fingerprints on the glass.
Hey! Hey, get your hands off my drink, Buster.
Hi. Mind if I join you?
Good afternoon to you, Mr. Overman. What do you think of the club?
The decor is really unpleasant.
I chose that myself. I'm Colston, the manager of the club.
Pleased to meet you. How do I get out of this city?
Can you see I'm busy?
I'll take your turn for you.
And lose the game for me?
You're gonna lose anyhow.
Don't be so sure, Gallagher. I've got something up my sleeve.
I knew you were cheating.
Well, so are you.
Oh, nothing. Excuse me. Hi. Mind if I join you?
Well, hello yourself. They call me Babs.
Pleased to meet you.
Talkative bunch down here.
See you later.
Oh, don't count on it.
Excuse me. Can I have a drink, please?
No chance.
Why not?
House rules.
Excuse me. Do the rules prohibit me from drinking?
No, you can drink all you want, but I can't serve you.
You are the bartender, right?
Well, I'm not the cabaret.
How come you can get a drink and I can't?
I told you. It's the house rules. Colston would fire me if I gave you a drink.
What kind of bar is this?
I'm gonna complain about you.
Please yourself.
What are the band called?
The Hot Club Quartet.
But there's only 3 of them.
Yeah, the saxophonist OD'd last month.
Did the saxophonist OD on drugs?
No. Too much sax. He got overexcited and ruptured his lungs.
Never mind. The select button isn't lit. Pressing the buttons doesn't achieve anything. They look really happy. Or stoned. Do you know Stairway to Heaven? There's no sign of a lock or a card slot. There's a thumb-sized indentation in the plate. It doesn't react to my thumbprint.
Okay, we have done all that we can do for the moment. Well, there's one thing that we can do. It's time to engage in a bit of animal cruelty.
It's pivoted in the middle, like a seesaw.
What was that splashing noise? Where has Spunky gone? Officer Blunt, come and help me, quickly!
Why don't you jump in and grab him?
I'd ruined my uniform. Why don't you save it?
I grew up in the Gap. I can't swim. Did you see the dog fall in?
It's my job to be observant. To memorize every moment in minute detail.
So how did the dog get in the lake?
That's obvious. Either he was blown by a freak gust of wind, or else it was a suicide bid.
Suicide? It does not look exactly suicidal. He looks pretty pissed if you ask me.
Oh, Robbie, can you help?
What's the problem?
Poor Spunky's in the lake.
He looks as if he's enjoying it.
He hates water.
Try offering him doggy snacks.
An excellent idea, Robert. It's a pity Officer Blunt didn't think of that.
It's a pity the mutt can swim it all.
Now, this comment here seems very cruel.
He'll stop paddling when he's tired.
But then he'll sink. You men are useless.
It's only a dog, love.
I shall report you, Blunt. And don't call me that.
Okay, while they're distracted,
Just for a second, you scared me. But you're only dummies.
this looks like the guy we saw outside of Burke's office. Surgery, shall we say.
They're not human. Someone's been making androids. They must have switches to activate them somewhere. Damned if I'm gonna look for them, though. There aren't any markings on it, or locks. You don't look so healthy. You should get out in the sunshine. His skin is cold, like plastic. There aren't any markings on it, or locks. This place is spooky. His skin is cold, like plastic. Oh no, not her, not Anita.
Now this is really a shame. She helped us out a lot. She did not deserve this.
Her skin is burnt and blistered. She appears to have been exposed to radiation.
So she must have been forced to enter the reactor room upstairs.
He doesn't have any eyelashes. His skin is cold, like plastic.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yo, that's horrible.
Pick it up.
I don't think a severed head would be any use.
You're no fun, Robert.
There could be something useful in there. Wouldn't you know it? It's locked. It's a kind of bed with wheels. The wheels are locked in place. A ventilation shaft. Better keep away from the edge, or I'll get sucked off.
So, we have now discovered that Anita died from radiation poisoning. Sickness. Yes, she did not look very healthy. So let's get back up to the reactor room.
Plastic overalls. Not very fashionable.
Wow, this is very bright.
The power in those things gives me the willies. If it wasn't for the heat shield, I'd be frazzled. It's an ID card, minus the security logo.
I don't think that we really have to close this door, but it can't hurt, really. I mean, there are innocent people in this massive building. So the card that we picked up is Anita's link card, and I believe it has a few more tricks on it, especially compared to our card. So we're going to re-enter link space. So, let's check out Anita's inventory. Similar functions, but we have a playback device and a blind function. And this is used to temporarily blind these eyeballs, so we can... Well, the next eyeball is guarding a door, and this eyeball is guarding this tuning fork, so... we have to be fairly quick with this. It will make more sense soon, but in terms of saving time, I'll do this now. There we go. Now we can relax a little bit more. We're not going to stay too long in link space this time.
If that's you, Rob, listen carefully. You're the only one who can help. I was supposed to make contact with an agent from Hobart. Trouble is, the rendezvous was in a park on ground level. And now I'm a D-Link, I can't get there. The agent's name is Eduardo. I don't know how you'll get to Link. But beneath the city there are tunnels. The remains of the old subway. That could be a way in.
Okay, so we kind of know the contact already. Yes, we are done with link space, but I just wanted to examine this Crusader before we returned. Okay, let's go and speak to our contacts. Oh, this way.
Excuse me. Do you know a girl called Anita?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Why do you want to know?
She's been murdered. I found her body in the cathedral.
Can't see why you're telling me.
Excuse me. What's your name?
It's Eduardo. Why?
You're Anita's contact, right?
How come you know so much?
She left a message on her card.
Listen, do you know what's happened to Link?
I'm totally confused.
Link is a living, self-replicating organism. Originally, it served as an advisor to the Council, but it has gradually taken control.
How? And why?
We're really not sure. Hobart scientists have developed a virus. It will check Link's growth, if we can get it into the system.
Will you give me the virus?
I can't. It's been downloaded to Link Space. Anita was supposed to retrieve it, since she had a Shriebman port.
So have I. I owe it to Anita to get that virus.
No chance. It's bound to be guarded.
I can try at least. Excuse me.
Okay, so we're going to leave it at that then.
See you later.
Right, we now have a new mission, but before we do that, I believe there's some commotion going on at the courthouse.